Hey everybody, Cece here. Have you ever had an experience where you were spending time in contemplation of your life, maybe trying to come up with what the next big thing is going to be for you, or what next career move to make, or just you felt like you needed a change in your life? And while you were in the midst of all the contemplation, all of a sudden on the TV pops up a commercial, say for instance, would you like to study fashion design? And now there were 5 other commercials right before that one, but all of a sudden that one commercial lit up something in you. That's a moment that I call a divine appointment. And I have had so many clear divine appointments in my own life that, it just blows me away every single time. And I talk about it all the time with all my friends. Anybody, that I can come into contact with, I'm telling them about some miracle situation that happened for me that just lined everything up for an idea that I've had, or just leading me along my path in my life in general. And I'm starting this video series called Divine Appointments, just to share with you all my own experiences of the magic of life. And I'm also going to bring on guests who will share their own experience of divine appointments and synchronistic moments that have led to something really great in their own lives. So today is the first video. I'll be doing these once a week on Sundays, and I won't go too long today. Just wanted to share with you all what was up with me, and I don't know if anybody's interested in this, but it is something that really just brings me so much excitement and anticipation for life and joy. In the midst of all the madness that's going on, it keeps me passionate about life, and it makes me feel safe and guided. Like, I can trust in the unfolding that's going on for me because of these divine appointments. And the faith that I have that is leading me to the grand design of my life. Which I've said in a talk before that I have no idea what the grand design is, but I know that it's something really amazing, because I know that God is in the midst of all of this, and everything about that is good. And I don't know what my ultimate purpose is yet, but I have a sense for it because of these appointments that have been lined up on my path for me. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I'll give you a short story of one of the divine appointments that's happened for me. And I have so many that are like miraculous, but this one was me and my girlfriend Angie. She was down here in Atlanta visiting me, and I just showed her this video on heart math. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of heart math, but they're talking about the energetic field that comes from our heart and how it affects everything out in the world, right? And I was telling her, I was getting super hyped about it too. I was like, oh my God, girl, we don't even have to say anything. We, energetically communicate with one another all the time. And as I was so excited in telling her that story, all of a sudden her phone says, Siri on her phone says, I didn't know that. And we both just looked at each other in amazement. Like, did that really just say that? Because I'm like, girl, we speak to one another energetically. We don't even have to say words. You can feel and sense what another person's energy or what they mean or their intention when they walk into a room. And then Siri says, I didn't know that. Now, and we stood there in awe for like 5 minutes. And after that, we started investigating how Siri works. Because I know, I mean, people are like, well, she can kind of say that if you trigger sort of words or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That probably is true, even though when I researched it based on what was going on with the phone, it was plugged in and, you know, all that. Even if it was if it was something that naturally could happen, if I activated it with something I was saying, the fact that I'm talking about speaking energetically to people, and energetically something in the room speaks up and says, I didn't know that, is amazing and mind-blowing. Okay, and that is an example of a divine appointment, because that let me know that that was a link to the work that I'm embarking on with divine appointments, leading you along your path, because I'm talking about inspiring the world to live in the joy of life, even amongst all of the madness that goes on around us, and we still keep taking step by step on our own specific journey, and how that affects everybody around us. And when we're in that flow, the energy is high, and we resonate with others who are like-minded, and then how the creation of great ideas come about, and how, you know, the magic of life just starts to unfold for you. So, you know, I know that was, I don't know what people are going to think of that. I don't think it was any kind of, you know, ghost or anything like that. I just know that the universe speaks to us. And that excites the mess out of me. And it makes me feel safe on my journey. And I would love it if you guys would share with me any experiences where you've had a divine appointment, where maybe you came up with an idea and all of a sudden somebody called you and said, hey, did you hear about so-and-so and so? And that was the exact thing you had just been thinking about doing. And I would just love if you would share that. You can leave it in the comments or leave me a message. I'd love to have you on my weekly video series and let you share your own experience with the world. If any of this resonates with you guys, please do like it. Leave a comment, share it with the world, and I'll see you next week, because life really is so darn good. And I just want everybody to understand that and to see that. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. All right, peace out.